The NFC West is filled with historically good, Super Bowl contending teams and the Arizona Cardinals. Of all the divisions I'm predicting in these videos, this is the one that I am least sure about. But hey, the key is confidence, everybody. Welcome back to Finned Up. I am your host, local idiot, Dolphins fan, and masochist, and I am here to give you my predictions for the NFC West in the upcoming 2025 NFL season. Let's get into it. Los Angeles Rams. That's right, I have the Rams winning the division again in 2025, and it's kind of hard to see why not. Sure, they lost Cooper Kupp in free agency, but they replaced one aging wide receiver who was formerly great with another aging wide receiver who was formerly great in Davante Adams, so it's pretty much a wash. Puka Nacua remains a rising star in this league, along with running back Kyren Williams, and Matthew Stafford can still spin the ball with the rest of them despite his gray beard. Sean McVay continues to be one of the best offensive head coaches in the league, and their defense is stacked with young talent, including Braden Fisk and reigning Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jared Verse. The question with the Rams this year, as it is every year, is whether or not their star players can stay healthy. Stafford is already hurt, and it's unsure if he's going to be ready to go for Week 1, and Puka Nacua, who I love, hasn't played an entire NFL season in his first 2 years. With all that being said, I have the Rams finishing 11-6 and taking first place in the division. The Seattle Seahawks. The biggest thing the Seahawks did this offseason was sign quarterback Sam Darnold over from the Vikings, so I'm going to start there. Sam Darnold showed that it was not him or mononucleosis that ruined his time in New York, but it was in fact the Jets and their incompetence. And Gebkis can play. That being said, when the offensive line started to crumble around him in Minnesota at the end of last year, our boy Sammy D did struggle a whole lot. And let's be honest, the Seahawks offensive line is not great, so it's going to be interesting to see how Gebkis can navigate all of that. Seattle did make some improvements on their offensive line though, with first round pick Gray Zabel out of North Dakota State. And they picked up Jalen Milroe in the third round, who I expect to see take the field for some wildcat packages, which will give the offense a new wrinkle. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail on the receivers, but Jackson Smith and Jigba is incredible and should shine even more now that both DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are gone. And let's not forget about the people's champion, Jake Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo.
Oh, who's that? Let me consult my character finder. Bo-Bo-Bo?
Now, the Seahawks defense is going to be lights out good this year. They have a ton of talent on that side of the ball, and head coach Old McDonald had a farm. He knows how to use it. For those reasons, Shark Tank, I have the Seahawks repeating last year's record and finishing 10-7 and finishing second place in the division. San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers had a rough year in 2024, going 6-11, coming off their Super Bowl loss to the Chiefs in 2023. Christian McCaffrey was hurt for most of the year, Deebo Samuel wasn't the same player as he was in the past, and there were a lot of injuries across the board on defense as well. However, this is just what the 49ers do. They build up a great team, lose the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, have a down year, and then they begin to bounce back. Whereas I do like a lot of what they did in free agency and the draft, I think they will be better in 2025, but they won't be back to Super Bowl form just yet. They did pay Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy a big contract, so we'll see how that works out for them, but they still have a ton of talent on the offense side of the ball. Ricky Pearsall shows some flashes in his rookie season, coming back from a gunshot wound to the chest. Brandon Ayuk has an ACL injury and should take the field by week 6, so that shouldn't be a problem for them. And George Kittle remains one of the best tight ends in football. All in all, the 49ers should continue their rebuilding going into 2025, but they aren't there just yet. So I have them finishing 8-9 and taking third place in the division. The Arizona Cardinals. I am making this prediction solely because I want the return of Edgar Allan Cardinal for my NFL meetings videos. But I don't know what to make of this team. Like, across the board, they're just fine. I like adding Josh Sweat to their defense, and Marvin Harrison Jr. should build off a decent rookie year into year 2, but like nothing is really jumping out at me saying, oh, this team is going to be great. So for all that, I have the Cardinals finishing 7-10 and taking last place in the NFC West. Those are my predictions. If you disagree, I will gladly argue with you in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. I love you all. Bye.